Hi, I'm Christa Jacobson, headmistress of the Budo. Today in this video we're going to talk about controlling time and space. So this video is going to have a strong focus on how to be successful through time management, right? So you would be shocked at how many people are not very good at time management. And if you want to be successful, you have to understand how to control time and space, how to be successful through your time management skills. So that's what we're going to focus on in this particular video, okay? So when we're looking at time and space, time itself is a physical thing. There are only 24 hours in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day. What you do in those 24 hours is what's going to determine your success. When we talk about space, space is the void or the coup, and it's the void that's in between the action that you are doing during time. So you're doing this action at this time, and then you're going to have void or space, and then you're going to be doing this at this action. So that's what we're going to be focused on in this particular lesson, is controlling time and space, how to understand time management and make yourself more successful and more productive during the time that you have to attain the dreams that you want. Okay, that's going to be this particular video. I use this lesson all the time in the Hanbu Dojo. Anyone who's ever trained with me, they've heard this lesson, and I want to make this video and share it with you guys, so hopefully it can help you guys as well, okay? Now, before we begin, I want to give you guys a little bit about me. I'm not trying to stroke my own ego or anything like that, but there are two words that everyone uses to describe me, okay? And that's going to be intense and passionate. I don't give a shit if you love me or you hate me. There are two words everyone uses to describe me if they've actually met me and trained with me, okay? And I'm very passionate about what I do. And I believe strongly in what I do. And I'm extremely fucking intense. Like, I am brutally intense on the dojo floor. And I recognize that. One of the samurai cones is know thyself. That's why I don't have kids classes. I've never done kids classes because I'm too damn intense. And I think martial arts are great for children. I think they're great for kids. I'm not going to be a good instructor for children, right? But those are the two words that everyone uses to describe me. My work ethic is what got me to where I am. And that's what I want to talk about real quick, because if you guys are new to my channel, you might not know about my work ethic. You might not know about my background, right? So, you know, 2021, when I was young, I was a personal trainer. I ended up saving money, working myself up the ladder. I ended up buying a health club. And I started running my own health club. I had numerous employees. Here I was in my young 20s, making a lot of money running a health club. I had nutritionists under me, personal trainers. I was a personal trainer. We had, aerobics instructors and everything else there. And I was running the show for many years. And I was very successful. And I decided to quit that and just do martial arts, because martial arts was where my heart was. I really didn't know that many people running martial art businesses, but I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So I started running the Budo in 2004, and once I started the Budo in 2004, I didn't know how to do I didn't know how to do long distance ninjutsu training. I just knew I wanted to do it, so I started it. And through trials and tribulations and the mistakes, I've got to a point where I was the first one to have an online dojo. There were a lot of people who were doing the online. They were doing video training way before me. I was not the first one to do video training, but I was the first ninjutsu organization that had online training. And because I wanted to jump on that first. I felt that that was the best way to do it, to log on, get your lessons sent to you in an email, username, password, etc. From 2007 up until 2012, 13, something like that, I had a Shinobi no Mono magazine. I had the first online ninja magazine where you could download it. And that was going very good for many years. The only reason I stopped that business, is because I decided to write books instead. I've wrote 6 books. You guys can look at my bio page as far as my martial art experience and what it is that I teach and what I've attained in the martial arts. But I'm using this video more along the lines of business rather than martial art instruction or martial arts skill. Okay? So everything that I've done, it's because I've busted my ass to do it. When I made my own magazine, I didn't know how to make a ninja magazine. I just did it. I didn't know how to do online downloads. I learned. I've made over, my store, my Budo Dojo has over 40 DVDs in it, right? I never knew how to make a DVD. I didn't know how to edit video. I had no fucking clue. I never took classes on that. I never went to college. I just did it. I taught myself how to do it. And all of my books I wrote, I edited. So it's like all these things that I do, every DVD, every YouTube video, everything that I do that's edit, anything to do with work, I do it. People join the online dojo, I watch the review videos, I send them response videos. I'm the one that packages every order. I'm the one that ships every order. I bust my ass because this is what it is that I love to do, and this is what I'm about, right? Now, when I see people who are not being successful, I always ask myself why. I would rather bust my ass doing ninjutsu and bujutsu all day long, making videos and writing books and downloads. I would rather do that all day than working in a fucking coal mine, right? Or doing something that I don't, not that a coal worker is a bad thing. That's not what I want to do. I would much rather work for myself and bust my ass than to bust my ass for someone else, right? So everyone asks me, it's like, God damn, you've attained all these things in the martial arts. You started your own business. You started your own organization. Here I am, and I'm one of the top five ninjutsu organizations in the world. We have thousands of students worldwide in my online dojo. I have multiple schools. There isn't anyone that doesn't know about the Budo Rukai and me. Whether you love me or hate me, it doesn't matter. If you're in the ninja community, the ninjutsu community, you know who I am. And I did that because of my work ethic. And the reason I'm still around and I'm still successful is because of my work ethic. If I sucked, if I was as bad as my haters want to tell you that I am, right? My ass would have been doors shut, business closed years ago, right? So how does that work? How do you bust your ass and be successful? Let's talk about that. Right, so there's only 24 hours in a day. So here we go. I'm going to break it down for you, and this is going to be a quick lesson that I want you guys to hear me on, okay? There's 24 hours in a day. 7 days a week is 168 hours. Right? You have 168 hours to do what you need to do to be successful. Now, you're going to have a job. That job is going to make you work 40 hours a week. So if you have 168 hours in a week and you work 40, means you have 128 hours left, right? You got to sleep. Even if you sleep 8 hours a night, you sleep a full 8. I sleep about 5.5 or 6. But if you sleep a full 8 hours a night, now that 8 hours a night times 7 days a week is 56. The 128 hours that you have after your 40 hours of work week, you have 128. You subtract 56, you have 72 hours left. Let me run the math for you, okay? 24 hours a day times 7 days a week is 168 hours in a week. If you work 40, you have 128 hours a week. If you sleep 56 hours a week, you have 72 hours left. You still have more hours left than sleeping or working your 40. Now, out of that 72 hours, you're going to eat, right? So you're going to have, let's say that we allot 1 hour for breakfast, 1 hour for lunch, 1 hour for supper, a whole fucking hour. I don't know anyone who sits on their ass for an hour and eats breakfast, but let's just say that you do that. And even if you don't do it, even if breakfast is 15 minutes, lunch is 30 minutes, well then just give yourself 2 hours for supper because you eat supper for an hour, you watch TV for an hour. Either way, we're allotting 3 hours for food time. That's 3 hours a day times 7 days a week is 21. So the 72 hours that you had left, subtract the 21 hours that you had to eat, you still have 51 hours left. We're going to rehash this again, so understand the numbers. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is 168 hours. Subtract 40 hours to work, that's 128 hours left. Subtract your 56 hours of sleeping, you have 72 hours left. So out of that 72 hours, 21 hours to eat a week, right? Now you have 51 hours left. Now, you're probably going to have to go to the bathroom. Let's break it down. So even if you have to go to the bathroom 1 hour a day, you're sitting on the toilet 1 hour a day. That's still 7 hours that you're allotting to go to the bathroom. That's 7 hours. So out of the 51 hours, subtract 7 is 44. So one more time on the breakdown before I ask you guys some serious questions on why the fuck you guys are not being successful, why you're choosing to not follow your dreams, why you're completely making excuses on why you can't be who it is that you want to be. Okay? Here's one more breakdown. 24 hours a day times 7 days a week is 168. If you work 40, you got 128 hours left. If you sleep 8 hours a night, that is 8 times 7 is 56. Out of that 128, you have 72 hours left. If you eat 3 hours a day, that 72 hours now turns to 51 hours because it's 21 hours a week. Out of that 51 hours that you have left, if you actually go to the bathroom an hour a day, that's 7 days a week, you have 44 hours. So after you work 40, you sleep 56, you eat 3 hours a day, which is 21, and you shit 7 hours a week, you still have 44 hours left. You still have more time left than what you work in a week. Now, I'm a transgendered woman. Everyone knows that. You know, I don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I can just, they call it a transition. Everything I have in life, I got off my ass and I did it. I became the woman that I am. I became successful in my business because of my work ethic. I have attained the certificates and the license in the martial arts that I have because I've busted my ass. All of the DVDs I've created, online dojo I create, all the review videos I've done, every video you ever see on YouTube I make and upload on my channel. Everything, I do it because I do it. Why aren't you following your dream? You have the time to do it. Why aren't you doing it? There are only 2 jobs in this world. 2. That's it. There's only 2 things, 2 jobs. People say, oh, I'm not going to work fast food. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Okay, hear me out. There's only 2 jobs. You're either working for yourself or you're working for someone else. That's it. There is no one job better than the other. You're either working for yourself and following your heart or you're working for someone else. So you guys need to think about that. Quit being so damn lazy. Get off your ass and get it done. Oh, I want to be a black belt. Well, then why the fuck aren't you a black belt then? Oh, I want to get in shape. Well, then go get in shape. Oh, I want to lose weight. Then quit eating so damn much. God damn, that one is just stop doing it. Most people bitch because you have to give them work, right? It's like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. It's too hard. Okay. I want to lose weight. Stop eating. I'm asking you to stop doing something, and that tends to be difficult. So it's like people who give you excuse about everything. Here's the real question, right? For everybody in the world gets tired. Everyone gets tired. What are you more tired of? The day, so you can take your ass to bed early? Or are you more tired of not being successful? Because if you're more tired on the day, then take your ass to bed. Let someone else earn it, okay? But if you're more tired about not being successful, then stay up like I'm doing right now and work. What are you more hungry for? Are you more hungry to be successful? Or are you more hungry to eat more food? Because if the goal is to lose weight and get in shape, you need to be more hungry to be successful. You need to be more hungry to go after your goals, not more hungry to eat pie, to eat more donuts. This is what I mean when I say I'm really intense. Most of these videos that you guys watch, I'm not normally like this Christa right in front of the camera, but this is the normal coach. This is what people get in the dojo. I am intense, but everything I have in life, I busted my ass to get. No one's given me anything. I never went to college. I don't have a college degree, right? I used to live in my car. I was homeless before all this shit ever happened. I busted my ass. I was in a kind of a shitty situation. I left, done. And I did everything by busting my ass. And when I see people that, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to be able to do this, well then go do it. So I'm going to leave this video just like that, but I want you guys to understand, the reason I'm not being specific is I want this video to be generic enough for everybody to be able to utilize this. Understand these words. 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week is 168. You have 168 hours. That is a fact. We have that. That is the amount of time we all have. What you do in that 168 will determine your success. If you work 40, that's fine. Those 40 hours you work don't determine your success. Those 40 hours that you work is survival. Everyone has to have a job. So if you have a job, you're working 40 hours a week, that's to survive. That ain't to succeed, that's to survive. Then you sleep 56 hours. Okay, fine, you got 72 hours left. What are you doing in that 72? Even if you eat 21 and you shit 7, you still got 44 hours. What are you doing to make you a better you? Are you happy with your life? And if you're not happy, why? If you're not happy doing what you're doing, then why are you doing it? You are the only one responsible for your happiness. If you don't like it, change it. There's enough time in the week for you to do that. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson today. If you're interested in training in authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu, check out my website at www.budoninjutsu.com. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I will talk to you soon.